the best in the world.
What I'd like to have right now.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Because I was right when I was cool.
Are you ready?
It doesn't matter!
I said, are you ready?
I'm a sexy beast, baby!
I was up all night.
And I'm
Bullet Club for life.
Welcome to the For Life Podcast. So excited. It's the first ever For Life Podcast Slammies. So much to cover, and this is just a brief introduction. I'm excited. Talk about the panel, Bosch.
Well, we're going to have previous two-time caller, Jay, Infamous. We also have the first couple of... would they be the first couple of... Or I guess maybe his podcast, Meanwhile, 22 Pages Later. The Cap and Gigi, who won the contest this summer to attend NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn. They won free tickets for actually having For Life Podcast merchandise. So see, it does pay off to get our merchandise.
It does. And you could be on the show.
Yeah.
So this is just a brief intro. We're going to cover things such as Rest of the Year, Match of the Year, all those good things, some WTF moments, mark-out moments. It's going to be some fun discussion. It was way better than I thought it was. Like, not that I thought it was going to be bad, but it was like 10 times better than how good I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Let's just bang this out real quick. Bosh, if you want to follow us on Twitter, how do you do that?
Twitter, at For Life Podcast.
If you want to catch us on Instagram, how do you do that?
At For Life Podcast.
If you want to check out the For Life Podcast website, how exactly would you do that?
www.forlifepodcast.com.
If they want to add you on the social media, how would you do that?
I'm at the Bosch Man. I am the Bosch Man, and you are. What's
At
your
Cheyenne Ortiz _.
All right.
That's right. And if anybody want to get one of those nifty For Life Podcast t-shirts, sweaters, beanies, crawlers for your little kids, whatever you got going on, and any of those cool merchandise so that you could be eligible to be on our show, what would they got to do, man?
Redbubble.com/forlifepodcast.
That's exactly right. Let's take it to a couple commercial breaks. When we come back, the big For Life Slammy Awards.
And I guess we'll cover all that other stuff that happened this week next week.
Next week, we'll do the double feature, ham and cheese.
All right. So we'll be right back with the For Life Awards.
Hey, For Life listeners, this is The Cap here with Mike the Finance Guy and Ralph the Tech, inviting you to check out our geek-tastic podcast, Meanwhile, 22 Pages Later.
So if you're a Whovian, a lover of capes and tights, a gamer, or a TV movie watcher, and you want some very honest reviews from some very funny guys,
check out our podcast. It's on iTunes and also on SoundCloud. And if you want to join in the discussion, check out our Facebook page. Oh, and by the way, that 22 is the number.
Now, back to Bosch and Cheyenne.
Swish, I'm ballin'. I'm so awesome. Oh, bitch keep calling. Hello? She think I'm awesome. Chakras wanna rob me. I'm so awesome. Out here like a possum. I'm so awesome. I'm so fucking awesome. 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 I'm so awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dream.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time for the first annual For Life Awards. That was a great first half of the show. Don't you agree, Cheyenne?
I highly agree.
We have some special guests on. We have two-time caller Jay. Say hi, Jay.
What's going on? Going on?
Two-time caller, Jesus Christ. What kind of operation are we running here? Two-time caller.
And we have
Two-time caller.
the winners of our For Life NXT TakeOver Brooklyn ticket giveaway.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Go ahead.
Gigi and the Cap from Meanwhile 22 Pages Later.
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, motherfuckers?
That's right.
She's the classy half.
Yeah,
That's Gigi for you.
this is gonna be good.
It is. So I've compiled a list of a few categories. If you guys have any more categories at the top of your head, we can throw those in, but these are just the ones that I thought of. I guess we can start with announcer. I actually had trouble with this one because there's no good announcers on WWE.
Has it been like a good 6 years now?
I mean, not until like Morrow, but that was this week, so that doesn't even count for last year.
Right. I still need to catch that SmackDown too.
Yeah. I mean, I like Corey Graves on NXT. And by the way, the categories, there's one for each company. There's WWE, NXT, TNA, ROH, New Japan, and Lucha Underground. So there will be one winner for each promotion in each category. So NXT, I picked Corey Graves. TNA, they didn't leave me with much, so nobody. Steve Corino for Ring of Honor. New Japan, I can't pick anybody. And Vampiro for Lucha Underground. And I'll give an honorable mention to Cheyenne Ortiz in Ace.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So kind. So kind. He's so good to me. I'll get mine out of the way.
I'll give you the TNA one since...
Oh, okay. Since, I get to hug Ethan Carter every time I see him.
Yeah.
For WWE, I gotta give it. I want to give it to Michael Cole because regardless of however people feel about him, he's got a great work ethic and he busts his butt every week. But I'm gonna go with my bias pick, WWE Announcer of the Year, JBL, hands down, without question. For TNA,
I mean, you have Josh Matthews and the Pope.
That's it.
Yeah.
Who does the backstage?
No, they're the two announcers now.
They don't do backstage interviews?
I think he had Taz in the beginning of the year, and I think Al Snow did an episode.
Well, I know Mike today was there at the beginning of the year, so I'll give it to him.
All right.
For Ring of Honor, believe it or not, I can sincerely say Kevin Kelly.
Okay.
I have not seen much of Ring of Honor this year for various reasons, but anytime I get to hear Kevin Kelly commentate, it's sincere. He's genuinely invested in the Ring of Honor product. Mm-hmm. He's not one of these guys that became salty after WWE. He's just really invested in what he's doing now. So I have much respect for him for that. For Lucha Underground, I actually go with Matt Stryker.
Okay.
I think he's the best fit for that company because he has that very enthusiastic, very genuine, passionate love for wrestling, and that goes into what Lucha's all about. For New Japan, I go with subtitles.
You don't even get subtitles. JR and Matt Stryker did Wrestle Kingdom in the beginning of the year, and Kevin Kelly and Matt Stryker did a show in October.
Okay.
So if anything, I would give it to JR for doing Wrestle Kingdom.
All right.
Oh, okay, that's a fair pick, I guess.
It's tough to give it to Matt Stryker for Lucha Underground because I don't get the English version, so I don't hear Matt Stryker.
Okay.
But I do get Vampiro in Spanish, and it's pretty funny to listen to him in Spanish.
Well, he knows a lot of languages, Vampiro does.
Huh?
Vampiro, he knows, like 4 or 5 languages.
And he was also bodyguard for Milli Vanilli.
He was the bodyguard.
Right, yes.
Fun fact:
Wow.
Do you know who the godfather of Vampiro's child is?
Ooh.
Charles
Anybody?
Ray.
Anybody?
Charles
I
Ray.
have no idea.
Norman Smiley.
Norman Smiley?
Norman Smiley. Him and Norman
Wow.
are like super
He did
tight
help him
with
get
each
his
other.
break. So
Yeah. Did I miss any feds before I pass it along?
what happened?
Did I miss any companies before I pass it on?
NXT.
Oh, for NXT, I'm actually going to go with Tensai.
Tensai.
Yeah, because Regal didn't do any announcing this year, so I'm going to go with Tensai.
All right.
I thought Tensai, as the coach, again, just that genuine investment. I like somebody who really believes in what they're saying. It's like when you hear $9.99 the first week that the network is launched, it's genuine. They want to sell it to you.
Yeah.
When you hear $9.99, 2 years later, it's kind of redundant. So I'm gonna pass it now to two-time For Life podcast caller Jay. Take it away, Jay.
Thank you, sir. Announcer of the year, I'll go with JBL. I think,
Okay.
I would say he has a genuine announce kind of strategy when it comes to the shows. I mean, like he'll let you know when the crowd isn't into it without actually saying that the crowd isn't into it. So like if the crowd is like having a chant like screaming Michael Cole or JBL or doing a wave, like he'll make that noticeable. Yeah. He'll make that noticeable without like saying like the product is boring, even though he knows that we know that you know what's being shown to us.
The WWE universe is so excited, Mago. They're doing the wave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They love this match so much. They're doing the wave, Mago.
Exactly. So I mean, like for me, JBL comes across as more of like our type of guy, where it's like realistic, where we all know that what we're seeing, you know, whether it be the show or you know the match, isn't relevant to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, for announcer of the year, like definitely JBL.
Okay.
For WWE.
Okay.
As far as NXT, I guess the shows that I have watched, I would go with Corey Graves.
Okay.
Every other company, I'll just go with Vacant because I have not been able to watch Ring of Honor, New Japan, or any other company.
All right, so Jay only has WWE and NXT.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Zeb with Gigi first. I want to go with that.
All right, that's right. Let me go first. Bye, Ryan.
Wow.
Bye, Kat. Yeah, no, for me, I would definitely go with JBL. I just love the fact that he loves to play the heel. We need somebody that always plays the heel and amps it up the way it's supposed to be, not flip-flopping it over like, yeah, I love Seth Rollins, but no, I love Roman Reigns. It's just not realistic, and he points out the obvious, like, hey, where's Luke Harper? Wasn't he part of this group? Oh, I guess he wasn't right now. You know?
Right.
He does things like that. Now, when it comes to NXT, I do like the both of Corey Graves and also Tensai, but I also like when they're doing like the takeover events and they do the pre-shows and then you have Renee Young on there. Okay. I think that she would be absolutely phenomenal on the announcer table. I'm just waiting for them to give her that push, but I don't know whether they're not giving her that push or whether she's just not wanting it.
I'm sure she wants it. I know she has a background. I used to listen to her and Mauro Ranallo and Ardo Ocal, who's also an interviewer backstage, Kyle Edwards. Like, they were all on Aftermath and The Score, and like I used to listen to her before she went to WWE, so I think she would be a good fit on the announced team. It's just a matter
and one of Renee's goals, if I'm not mistaken, she said it in several interviews, is to be the first female announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that will go well over, considering like her speech impediment?
She has a speech impediment?
She has a very noticeable lisp.
She does?
No, does she?
I mean, it's not like a Jack Swagger lisp.
Right.
No, but like when she does the pre-shows, like there's certain times where it's more noticeable than others.
I've never noticed it.
Me neither.
I've
This is the first.
Caught it. Like,
Jay, are you her doctor? Because that's pretty top secret, dude.
No, because like
you gotta be in there to know that shit, dude.
Wow. I mean, I guess I just have a good ear, but like if you like really pay attention to like when she uses words that have the letter S, she pronounces it like with the TH pronunciation, and you can really tell that she has like a very noticeable lisp. Like I said, like it's not always there, but like the longer she speaks, the more noticeable it is.
My man,
so maybe that's why.
Cut a promo. If Stardust can cut a promo and it's still good, trust me, Renee Young will be just fine on the announcer table.
Yeah, I mean,
most of his promos consist of him going. All right.
That's very true. Let's take it to the captain.
All right, man. First thing, can I say an off-color joke here?
Of course.
Sure.
Okay. Because it's funny. It's funny because people were so amazed that Jay had said, you know, that Jay noticed Renee Young's lisp. But in my head, I was saying, okay, we have a white announcer and a black man. Really? We're really surprised he's not paying attention?
Good point. I stand corrected.
I'm just saying. And
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Shit. But I'm just saying, okay, so for second of all, when Bosch put out the categories and he put announcer of the year, I strictly thought ring announcers for some God knows for what reason. So initially for WWE,
That's a fair assumption.
Well, At first I put Eden, and the reason why I put Eden was because she doesn't say championship. I was like,
Championship. I need Peter Rosenberg's soundboard.
yeah. And mind you, I don't like bringing other podcasts on, but I noticed she does that, so I was like, oh, I'll choose Eden. But if we're talking, the announcers, the guys in the booth, I agree with you guys with JBL for the simple fact that he's brought the heel aspect of announcing back, where people were just doing the whole vanilla.
Well, because for years Lawler wasn't playing the heel. Like, he hasn't played the heel since the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
And you had him and Ross, and they were a good team, but nobody was playing the heel aspect.
All right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. JBL does flip-flop every now and again, but he does a better... It reminds me of the days of Ventura and Heenan. Not as good, but the other viewpoint, which I like.
Well, I think the biggest thing that us as wrestling fans have is that we constantly compare everybody to everybody. Mm-hmm. So it's like the definitely. He's like Ventura and Heenan, but not as good. Well, it's different eras. Like, JBL really is like in a tier of his own, the same way that everybody's like, well, Jim Ross is the greatest of all time, and Michael Cole sucks. Well, that's because we keep thinking
comparing him to JR.
There it is. And it's just a different.
And JR has admitted that he can't do what Michael Cole does, which is promoting the network and social media and all that other stuff.
We went to the one-man show, Bosh, and what did he say? He said, I couldn't give a shit about what's trending.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Jim Ross said with the utmost confidence. He's like, I don't care who finds this out. I'm still going to have money in my pocket tomorrow.
Yeah.
He said it just like that. And he commended Cole because he genuinely knew that he just can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He cannot hang with their current presentation towards the announcers.
Yeah. I just think, I mean, when we have a world where Byron Saxton is on either Raw or SmackDown and he plays Cole number 2,
that's what I.
That's
like.
bad.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Well, my beef with Byron Saxton is that he was so good for so long on NXT. He had that huge opportunity on that Raw. Was it the night after WrestleMania?
Yeah, when Brock took them all out.
Yeah, and
he blew it. He
and he's so good.
Much.
He's so good. He was one of the best secrets that NXT had. He's such a nice guy.
I mean,
I've met him several times. Super nice dude. Yeah. That's right. They took Booker out and put him in.
He did a good job hosting that NXT panel, SummerSlam weekend.
Yeah.
I think he's good in that role. He's good in that hosting role, but I don't know if he's good in that commentating Raw and SmackDown role.
Or maybe
I think he's good at commentating. I think he is.
Maybe he just needs to be the lead. Some people just can't play second fiddle.
Yeah.
There's like in football, there are guys who can't be the number 2 receiver if they're used to being a number 1.
What the fuck is football, Cap?
I was just saying, I don't watch real sports.
Okay, I digress.
We're on the wrong podcast for that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't watch real sports.
Okay, well, moving along, I'll just say for NXT, I agree with Corey Graves, even though I feel like he's out of the WWE creation machine trying to duplicate CM Punk, but he does have personality to him. And
yeah, Graves is good too.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. I just feel like, WWE was trying to, they were trying to replace what they lost.
Which is what they do with everybody else anyway.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I know he was still around when Punk was there, and I always saw him as a Punk ripoff.
Yeah, especially when he's got that stay down. He's got that stay down thing, right?
Yeah, and I was never a fan of him when he was a wrestler or when he became an announcer, but I think he's grown on me over the last few months as far as like a good heel announcer.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And it's a different kind of heel announcer. It's not
it's not like the JBL. Yeah.
And then lastly, I'll just say for Lucha Underground, I agree with you guys who said Stryker, because I think the thing I like about Stryker is that, number one, he's got that WWE pedigree, but he doesn't sound like a WWE announcer. And number two, on that promotion on Lucha Underground, he's the lead guy, and I've never heard him be the lead guy, and he's different. I kind of like that.
I mean, my complaint with Stryker is maybe like when I hear him on the New Japan shows, where he goes into explaining too much, like he treats you like this is the first time you've ever seen the product, which I don't mind, but I think there's a point where he goes too far with explaining everybody's history over and over again.
Okay.
And I think that's my only maybe I don't know if that's just a little thing I'm nitpicking at, but that's my only complaint about him.
That's a fair statement.
It's like every time like Trent Beretta wrestles, just like, oh, Trent Beretta started at the NYWC school, trained by Mikey Whipwreck with Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins and all these other guys, and it's like, yes, you explained this the last show, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't hear him do it too much on Lucha, but I think with New Japan, you might have to do that a little bit.
Yeah.
Only because that audience is, not that it's
Yeah,
fair.
plus you never know who's tuning in every week, so I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that statement. Good point, Ryan.
Okay. So, yeah, that's it for me.
All right, let's go
Okay.
with Jobber of the Year. And by Jobber, I mean just when this person appears on your screen, you just want to turn it off. You don't want to see them. You don't care for them. It's like, oh, not them again. So.
Oh, that's tough for me.
I don't want to go first this time, so one of you guys can go first.
I'm going to take this one to the captain.
All right, cool. I'll start it off with WWE. My jobber is Adam Rose.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When they started off the gimmick, I was kind of intrigued. But since then, every time he's on, I'm like, I was actually looking for the rabbit or the bunny more than Adam Rose.
It was all entrance. It was a fun entrance for like a few weeks. Then it was like,
Well, that entrance worked on a smaller scale like NXT, which is what I said to Bosch when he made it up there. It's just that whole goofiness works on a smaller stage. But now when you're in a 15,000 seat arena, having 20 guys come out with you to do that goofy stuff doesn't really look as cool because it's so big.
Yeah,
and it takes up too much time.
Oh yeah, that's good. That too.
I just saw the whole train a couple minutes ago.
Memories. I love it. For NXT, I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna pick Rhino.
Okay.
Never been a fan of Rhino. Watching him fight.
Oh wow.
It's like watching a steroid midget. I just don't like. I don't think he adds anything. He's not. I mean, let's put it this way: when Samoa Joe fights, even though we know, of his history, he actually looks like a threat to grab the strap. Like he looks like he might get the belt. When Rhino said he was chasing the belt, did anybody feel like that could actually happen? No, nobody did.
And when he had that face off with Roman, he looked like his father. that big 16.
Oh wow, yeah.
It was more like, really, Dad, get out of the ring.
If his dad's a midget, he's got all those stumpy fingers and shit. But
look, I will still be scared of a midget if he were to chase after me with a belt or with anything. It's scary.
So don't be around me when I'm drunk. I'll keep that in mind.
Remember, I fight back. I will throw a chance at your ass.
I would tell Cheyenne, don't be around her when she's drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she was very good that night that we went out.
You met her on my birthday when she was pregnant and sober.
Right.
And married.
I was pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
No,
you did not meet.
The hell with the married part. I was pregnant, okay?
Whoa.
All right. Yeah, I was married. Okay, yeah, cool. No, I wasn't married.
Not yet.
No, I wasn't married. We just found out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was fresh, the thing, yeah.
The thing.
We just started, Cheyenne.
And for my lucha jobber, I'm going to go with Ezekiel Jackson.
All right.
Wow, silence.
What?
Oh.
Because for a moment, I forgot that he was there.
Yes, he was a.k.a. Big Rick.
Yes.
Okay, I know him as Big Rick. Okay.
I'm sorry, Big Rick, a.k.a. Ezekiel Jackson.
It was like a mix of like Lawrence Taylor and Suge Knight.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Can somebody make that meme? Please. That moment you realize Ezekiel Jackson is Lawrence Taylor and Suge Knight. Please,
But he
someone.
looked like current Lawrence Taylor, not WrestleMania 11 Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but Ezekiel always reminds me of what Ahmed Johnson should have been before Ahmed Johnson, blew up literally. Because he got big, right?
Yeah.
He got huge, yeah.
You leave Harlem Heat 2000 alone.
Big T.
I forgot that happened.
That would be a great team, Big Rick and Big T.
What happened?
That would be a great team, Big Rick and Big T.
Oh, God. and could Rhino be their manager? And then I will never watch him again.
So much love.
So is that all your feds, Ryan?
Those are my jobbers.
All right.
Let's pass it over to Gigi, to Zeb. What do you have?
All right. For NXT, I have Alex Riley because I can't.
Ah.
No, look.
Your child's
Curry
namesake?
He
Really?
had
You
something
named
good.
your daughter after him.
Yeah.
Your child's namesake? Like, what the hell?
No.
Yes.
I did not name my daughter after him, although my daughter's name is Riley Alexa.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't.
It was not named after him. Thank the Lord it wasn't. Okay, but the thing is that he has something good going on as an announcer. Okay, I liked it, but then when he decided to get back in the wrestling ring and see what he can do, and it just went nowhere. And guess what? Now he's
Is he still
nothing.
employed?
You know, probably.
I saw him on the website.
I don't
He
recall
comes
him
back.
being
He comes
released.
back in the ring on next week's episode, isn't it?
Yeah, he shouldn't come back in the ring.
You're lying right now. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I believe it's next week's episode. He comes back into the ring. Yeah.
And then one match and
Fix the
then he'll be
ropes?
off for another 6 weeks. For WWE, and I feel like you guys would probably agree with me on this. The WWE, my jobber would be the Ascension.
Oh,
that's good.
Okay.
See? I get them back. I wheel them back.
Okay. Okay.
I can't stand the reject version of the Legion of Doom. It's just no. They just need to stop. They need to redo their gimmick, or they just need to go back to NXT. Because they were shitty in NXT too.
Actually, no, they weren't that bad.
Okay, but I brought this up on a previous episode, and this is a real quick debate. Were they the shit in NXT because they were, or because there really wasn't any tag teams at the time?
There wasn't really any tag teams at the time. That's why they
You think they would hold up against Gable and Jordan, or all the current teams they have up there now? Like,
guys, the Ascension is 35.
35 what? Years old?
Ranking?
They're in their 30s.
Ranking.
They're already like
One
the
of
elder
them just got
rookies,
hurt
if you
this
will.
week.
Oh, did they?
The big one.
Guys, if you've never met her in person, you got to do it. He's way bigger in person, just to be like, holy crap, he's big.
Really?
Oh wow.
Way bigger in person. The one with the square head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, him, square head.
Yeah,
him, square head. Big shit house.
And for Lucha Underground, I have Marty the Moth Martinez.
That was the guy that I was going to pick, but I couldn't remember his fucking name. Thank you, Gigi. At least now I know his name.
He's a moth.
Welcome. I don't know. It's just everything about him. His character just needs to stop. I mean, in the finale, come on now. You want to go ahead and tie a sexy star into a cocoon so she can be your beautiful butterfly at the end? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry, there was someone in a cocoon? In a what?
Yes, but if you watch Ultimate Lucha and at the
Ultimate Lucha.
that 5 minute montage at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was well done, but
which made absolute no fucking sense anyway. But whatever. He ties her up and he's like, "You're gonna be in my cocoon, ha ha ha!" And then he's doing his little moth fly shit. What the fuck is that? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. So yeah, those are my 3 picks. TNA. My jobber is TNA.
TNA, exactly.
Wow.
Everything TNA.
Damn. No exemptions.
No. Maybe James Storm can come out of there, because I do like him, but since he went back, he can go down with that ship as well. So therefore, TNA is the jobber of TNA.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I got. Jay?
Okay, so as far as the WWE main roster, I would go with Adam Rose, but there's this one guy who looked like he had steam going into 2015, but once again fizzled out.
Ooh.
And that would be Ryback.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know if it's any fault of his or any fault of WWE creative. He just can't seem to get the ball rolling.
Wow. Okay. I see the argument. Would he be my pick? No, but I see the argument. Go on.
And it's like, even when they gave him his Intercontinental title push, which really didn't help him, didn't do anything for him.
Right.
I mean, it didn't do anything for me. I just think that he either needs to go to NXT or I don't know what else they can do with him at this point.
NXT is a good product. Don't fuck it up with Ryback.
Yeah.
I think he would be better in NXT. I mean,
would he be Skip Sheffield in NXT again though?
Good question. He might as well be because he's not succeeding as Ryback at all.
Hey, all I'm saying is Ryback took a downward spiral. I mean, he was taking a downward spiral for a while. When he did, I don't know if it was Stone Cold's podcast or Jericho's podcast, where he was talking about Jericho's. Where he was talking about his, what had happened to him and how his story. His story was great. Then he decided to add it as part of a promo 2 weeks later.
Well, I don't think he decided. I think somebody backstage decided that they liked the interview on the podcast and they wanted to make it a promo in the ring for 10 minutes.
Right.
With a video montage playing with cutaways and shit.
It's like, come on. And then I think on top of that, they just kept running that whole positivity thing that he truly believes in, not at work. Like, he truly believes in being positive and all that stuff, but it doesn't work for his character. So
it only works for the New Day.
Oh, God. So I can see where Jay's coming from. I agree with Cheyenne. I wouldn't have made it my that person, my jobber, but I can see top 10, he'd be there.
Yeah.
I just see the argument. He wouldn't be on my list, to be honest with you.
Wow, at all?
For the year? No. I mean, guys, regardless of the fact, I'm going to say one thing, and then that might disqualify him. He was Intercontinental Champion this year.
Yeah, but you could make the argument for Curtis Axel, who was Intercontinental Champion.
Exactly.
It was garbage as hell.
Well,
and was never eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Almost a year undefeated.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I think he's going to be the first one eliminated this year.
I hope not.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
I hope not.
Mr. Perfect just came out.
Oh, that's crazy. That's spooky. That's spooky.
Mr. Perfect, like what you said about my son?
My picks. No, who do you have left, Jay? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
NXT wise, Tom Phillips is my jobber of the year. He just doesn't come across as a good color commentator.
You dropped Stephanie.
Yeah. So
True.
Job for Stephanie. He might as well have gigged with Stephanie, buddy. Oh my God, she went to town on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, poor honky.
TNA wise, Dixie Carter. She just needs to give it up.
Okay, she is eligible.
I mean, like, she's been hanging on by a thread for, I would say, the past,
like
4 or 5 years already. I don't know what left she's hanging on to or what she thinks is gonna get better with the company, but
this week's episode does not make me want to watch.
She needs to throw in the towel, like literally.
Also, remember, it's her money. You do a lot when it's your money.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, it's more of a liability now than an investment.
Okay, fair enough. I see that argument.
And it's so sad because it was so good when it first came out, and then I don't know what the fuck happened. Some other people took over.
The turning point for me was Hogan and Bischoff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the last time I remember like really being into the product, and then there was that night that they were all there when Shawn and Brett were hugging on Raw, and they were on Impact on Monday night, and then from there, like, I don't have any more good memories.
I don't care what anyone says. A lot of people say like Hogan and Bischoff was the downfall, but they did in fact produce some very good television in their time there, and basically when they left, I kind of slowly followed, and it's not because of my bias for the two of them.
So you were a fan of that Immortal faction?
Was I a fan of the Immortal faction? I was a fan of how the segment was done, not the faction.
I did like the Fortune faction with Flair's group.
The Fortune faction was all right. The Fortune faction was all right. I did like the blow off of when the Fortune guys actually took out Flair and popped him with the beer bottle. I did like that, believe it or not. But the way that they formed Fortune with the Immortal faction with Fortune and Hogan's group forming into one. That was a good segment. That was a good segment at that time. And the best line ever was Ric Flair. These men are prepared to die. Who else is prepared to die? Not you, dipshit, looking at Abyss. Awesome. Awesome. He's ready to die. Not you, dipshit. I was like, fantastic. This is why I watch this shit. It was incredible. My TNA, not for nothing, Jay shed some light. My TNA jobber is Dixie Carter.
Okay.
It's either Dixie Carter or the Menage a Trois, whatever that group is.
Hey, Rebel was in the group, and they weren't even around this year.
Yeah. Oh, no? So then, it would just be Dixie. Not because she's not good at her role. I just felt like by the time her role was over, it should have been over sooner. That's all. That's all it is. I think at the beginning, a year
to put it through the table.
Yeah, I think at the beginning it was great having her, but after a while it was like, okay, come on. After a while, I felt like she kind of stood there a little longer than she had to. Because again, she's not really a television person. Not to say that Vince McMahon, was a natural initially, but he'd always been around television. He'd always been around that business. So he knew what to do and what not to do. Plus, Vince wanted to be, Buddy Rogers before, he wanted to be a promoter. My WWE Jobbers of the Year, wow. For WWE, yeah, it would be the Essential. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. For NXT, wow, that's tough because I feel like all those kids are good. For NXT, my jobber, wow. So throw me some names, like who qualifies, like who really isn't doing the thing right now.
I mean, I don't keep up with the product as much as you guys, so I wouldn't necessarily know, but your guess is as good as mine. Like I can't call it.
Yeah.
Bob, can he help you? Can I get a tag? Can I get a hot tag?
I mean, I can give you mine. Were Blake and Murphy.
Really?
Yeah.
I like them.
I like them. And I like that piece of ass got around with them.
I wasn't crazy about them.
You can go with Eva Marie, even though she's not really a jobber. Should be.
No, believe it or not, and Bob will tell you, I like Eva Marie.
What?
Why?
I like you. Not her in-ring work. I think her character, because the WWE created her character.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. Her in-ring work, well, they're independent contractors, so they're left to them. But, yeah, I like Eva Marie, the character of the in-ring work.
Nia Jax.
No, Nia Jax I like. Eva Marie.
Yeah, I can't say anything bad about her. I haven't seen her yet, but still. Wow.
She just needs to fall into a hole and never crawl back up. That's shit.
But they'll put that show on the network, so that's good.
I've seen clips of Breaking Ground, and I've heard personally about this guy. I've heard he's
actually my jobber is Mojo.
That actually might be my pick. Now hold on. Is Baron Corbin? I can tell he's not the nicest person. How is he? Like, was he qualified?
If he's in there with somebody that makes him look good, then it's a good match.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't pick him, and he started kind of growing on me on Breaking Ground. So I think that saved him from being my jobber. But
he does very well on the NXT specials.
Yeah, he does, because if he's in there with somebody like a Joe, or even that time he was against Jordan and Gable, or if he's in there with somebody good, he's good. But I forgot, I wrote Blake and Murphy, but I actually was going with Mojo Rawley as my jobber for NXT. Just, he's fucking annoying.
I guess I'll go with Mojo, and I like Mojo too, but I just want to, pick somebody, to be honest with you. I did TNA, WWE, I did NXT. For New Japan, I don't have anybody. And for Ring of Honor, I don't even think Cheeseburger counts as a jobber, so I don't have anybody for Ring of Honor either.
All right.
To be
Wait,
honest with you.
there's somebody named Cheeseburger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't pick him because Bosch, he started jobbing, but he kind of went mid to end of year on a good streak, right?
And he was in that New Japan Battle Royal.
Wow.
Oh, so then
And he lasted long, yeah.
Was he like the equivalent of Blue Pants in NXT, where it was like originally something stupid, and then they made it into something else?
Basically.
I think so, yeah. And this guy's like imagine Jay, but like even skinnier.
Okay.
Okay.
And his name is Cheeseburger. Oh, I see the eye.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Bosch, just to answer your Instagram post, yes, that is Karen Angle.
Okay. My picks are for Lucha Underground, Marty the Moth. For New Japan, Bad Luck Fale. For
Who got what?
Bad Luck Fale.
Oh, he's in the Bull Club. I'm sorry.
For Ring of Honor, although he's a good wrestler, I just never get excited when I see him. Michael Elgin.
He's good.
He's good, but I don't know.
Unbreakable.
For TNA, I picked the man who 2006 will be his year, Bram.
Oh.
For NXT, Mojo Rally.
Okay.
And as much as I like disagreeing with Jay for fun, I actually did pick Ryback as well for WWE.
Wow.
Oh my
Did not see that coming.
He was
Did not see that coming.
He's written down on my list.
Holy shit.
I didn't want to say anything, but I wanted to surprise you guys.
I didn't see that coming. I thought you were a big supporter of the big guy.
No.
Yeah, what's our next category? So I can.
I just have, well, before we go any further, I just have to hear Bosch's reason for picking Ryback.
That's true. I want to hear it. I want to hear why, Bosch, why?
It's pretty much all the stuff that Jay listed. It was just he hasn't. He won the Intercontinental title, but it's just he hasn't progressed or done anything since that original, like his first year as the character.
Right.
Okay. Well, also the first year the character, he was fed job after job, and then he was catapulted into the CM Punk thing. So you can't. Again, apples and oranges, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also remember that he got catapulted into the CM Punk thing. Then he got thrown into we got to fill in the spot because The Rock is hurt versus Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
He was seen as post-Mania feud because The Rock was gone.
Right.
And he dated Paul Heyman for a while.
He what? Oh, that's right. Sorry.
That's right.
I was what?
Just want to bring that back for a little bit, guys. Just want to bring that back.
And on top of that, being the Shield's puppet, getting thrown through tables every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good at that speed.
Yeah. Like if they ever needed somebody to like practice a triple powerbomb on, Ryback is
right
there, ready
in
and
that feud. It was Ryback and Kane that was getting it more than Bryan. Yeah. He's right.
All right. Next,
what's up next?
Let's keep it negative. Let's go with the what the fuck moment of the year.
What?
Okay.
Now, could this be a good what the fuck or a bad what the fuck?
This is a bad what the fuck. The good what the fuck is mark out moment of the year.
Okay.
I'll start. For me, it was Lucha Underground. Not having access to the English channel for Lucha Underground.
Okay.
For New Japan, it was like half of the G1 shows had like a shitty camera that was like really far from the ring, so it was hard for me to see anything. On top of that, I couldn't understand because the announcing was in Japanese. Another complaint I have for Ring of Honor, the fact that they stayed in Terminal 5 for their next Ring of Honor show in New York. For TNA, I went on for maybe like an hour a couple months ago complaining about this, was James Storm throwing Mickey James into the train.
What? Throw into the train?
Into the train tracks.
Please tell the story.
This was like an ongoing angle where he was trying to he was doing the whole Undertaker cult leader thing, and he was being nice to Mickey James and trying to seduce her to join the group, even though she was married to Magnus and had a kid. And the culmination of the feud was them at a train station in Nashville, and he kind of just shoves her into the train tracks, supposedly killing her off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's.
By the way, in New York, all you would have needed was the third rail. So.
For NXT, although I did kind of like it, it was still a what the fuck was that overbooking on that Bayley Eva Marie match, where they had the referee and all that crap. And then for WWE, it was heel Undertaker.
Nah.
I love
find
you,
it to be that
Undertaker.
bad.
I love it.
With an honorable mention to Tater Tots.
Oh yes, good God.
So mad.
All right.
I'll get mine out of the way. My WTF moment of the year for WWE, it's a personal one. Being the only person to boo heel Undertaker at the Barclays Center. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. The Undertaker stooped to levels beneath that of a phenom and cost the Beast Incarnate his title shot against Seth the Architect Rollins by returning via a low blow, and then took it upon himself to cheat and escape the Conqueror at SummerSlam with yet another low blow after clearly submitting to the Beast. Every one of the people that attended the Barclays Center for SummerSlam 2015 are disgusting people. I don't care if it's anyone on the show. The Undertaker was a heel and resorted to underhanded tactics and could not succumb to the fact that he could not defeat our Lord and Savior, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Okay, let me just applaud Cheyenne for his great rendition of Paul Heyman. Let me just applaud
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Just saying it. Just saying it. And again, if you are at the Barclays Center, you're scum. You should be ashamed of yourself and admit the truth.
Now I expect the same promo for every other promotion in the what the fuck category, Cheyenne.
Oh, Jesus.
You set the bar now. You set the bar.
I'll do a mild one for this one. My TNA WTF moment is the World Title Series.
Oh.
That is my TNA. I really do have a soft spot for TNA because I used to fucking watch them for free on their Explosion show for Time Warner Cable in the 2000s. I even ordered their 1 cent pay-per-view, which I got ripped off, thanks Time Warner, and paid $2.01. Why? Because I ordered via the telephone instead of pressing B on my remote. So I had to pay $2. $2 that clearly Dixie Carter has invested so much in ever since then.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Now, while I can understand the fact of building ratings to catch its interest and gain a new audience towards your newest television channel, the Pop Network, that does not succumb to the fact that the World Title Series was so over the top that not even the competitors themselves knew that it was the World Title Series. Well, I can appreciate the art of causing drama because what we do in wrestling, children, is we tell stories. But it's hard to tell the stories when not even the actors in the story know what the story is. So my TNA WTF moment is, in fact, the World Title Series, which was a 16-person round-robin tournament. 32. Not even the Giant Baba would have booked that in 1984 Japan.
Wow.
My WTF moment for New Japan is the Bullet Club being kicking out AJ Styles.
That was this year.
They didn't see it coming until the WWE relished in it 12 hours later.
That was this year, Cheyenne.
My Lucha Underground WTF moment is, in fact, that Lucha Underground lasted the year. I salute you. That's all I got.
Oh,
Next.
my gosh.
One of you guys want to follow that?
I'm going to try to because there's no other way anybody can follow that. That was pretty
Anybody here want the 9:30 segment since I just went on? No?
Maybe Gigi can do it. She can probably curse a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Zeb.
Yeah, we'll save Gigi for the main event for the category.
All right.
No, speaking
I'll
of
take
Gigi,
the 9. I'll take the 9 o'clock. I'll put Gigi at 10:30. Go ahead.
Gigi ended up having to put the baby back to bed, so Gigi's going to come back in a little bit. But
oh, she tagged out.
Yeah, she had
Sore quad.
So I'm Tito Santana to her Rick Martel right now. That's okay.
Wow.
Strike Force.
Please play that during the show tonight.
I will play it. I have it in my eyes.
I gotta hear Girls in Cars. I gotta hear it now.
That'll close the show.
Which I never got why that was Ted DiBiase's music for the WrestleMania game, but I digress. But let me see. Oh, there we go.
What do we have? Who hasn't gone for WTF yet?
Me, Jay, and I think me and Jay.
Our guests.
So
Okay.
Should I take it?
Let's go to the two-time caller. Two-time caller.
Okay. Thank you for the tag, sir. My WTF moment for WWE would be, and there is a lot to choose from, I will have to go with close to the end of the Brock Lesnar Undertaker match at SummerSlam at Barclays Center Arena when the bell rang out of nowhere.
And nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
And nobody knew what the hell was going on. And I think to this day, we still haven't gotten a reasonable explanation of why that happened. Was it part of the plan to have Undertaker win the match the way that he did, or was that just something that?
I think it was meant for him to win in a cheating fashion.
Yeah.
I think it was to carry on the story that the Undertaker will do anything, which is why
that Brock is the one guy he can't beat, which is why he had to resort
exactly.
to that.
That's all that was. And then, no offense, here's the Phenom, the Undertaker, 25 years of the dead man, and he just couldn't hit a lightning bolt up Brock's ass at that moment, or the ref's ass, or something like that.
Right.
To get out of the Kimura. There was the Kimura spot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my. I understand why they did it, and the WWE finish, believe it or not, is probably better than what anybody, including us, could have came up with. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I do think the only other thing that would have made sense if they would have gone with the superpower thing.
Right.
That's just me. So what else you got?
Let me see. WTF for NXT. I really don't know if I have anything WTF for NXT. I mean, I don't catch the.
I totally missed them. You can tell that I think the world of them.
Yeah. I don't catch all of the shows, but from what I do watch, there's nothing really off about it.
Right, I agree.
So I mean, I can't.
I had to dig deep for mine.
Yeah. I don't think I could really say anything WTF about NXT. Maybe if I watch it a little bit more this year, then there'll be certain things that'll show itself that I'll be like, okay, that was kind of off. But as of right now, I mean, I'm pretty much solid.
Okay.
As far as TNA, my WTFA moment for TNA would be the fact that TNA still. My WTF moment for TNA, would be that TNA still exists. I don't understand. They keep losing these television deals, but yet still manage to resurface.
They're gonna survive the apocalypse.
They're like cockroaches. It's like you step on them and they still crawling on the wall. So yeah, that's my WTF moment for TNA, and then I don't have anything else for any other promotion.
All right, Cap.
Okay.
All right.
Capitan.
All right, cool. So
Gigi's done cursing in the background. She can come back.
Gigi did curse me. Yeah, I can't even lie to you because
I heard it.
Yeah, she was like, "Motherfucker, shut up! The baby's sleeping." So, for my WTF moment for Lucha Underground, I mean, I felt like it was kind of hokey was when Vampiro turned heel against Pentagon Jr. when they revealed that he was the master.
Which I saw from
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a little strange.
I predicted that months before it happened. I was like, oh, I wasn't surprised. It was still a cool match.
Oh, it was cool. The match was cool.
I wasn't surprised when he was the guy.
I was kind of disappointed. I was just very disappointed in all that.
Service all.
And then I agree with Jay when you say about NXT, you have to really dig deep to find something to be, something
major at least.
Yeah.
Dude, the only thing I could come up with was, and it's more of a funny moment, when they had the Beast from the East special, and you had Kevin Owens and Finn Balor, and they gave Kevin Owens the bouquet, and he fucking threw the flowers into the stands. Mm-hmm. I was like, what is he doing?
That
was pretty good.
It was. I didn't even know if it was kayfabe or if it was just him going off script. I was like, what is he doing? I mean, that's the only thing I got for NXT. But for WWE, I had like three.
All right.
But the one I'll go with, is Lana breaking kayfabe and fucking putting.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
man,
my
that was
God.
bad.
Good.
That was bad.
And you know what? I should have thought of that. That whole Rusev and Lana and Ziggler thing was just one big clusterfuck.
Well, it was a bad angle to begin with, and then they started making ways. I mean, you could see Lana had no chemistry with Ziggler,
Yeah.
Right.
and some Ray was doing a better Lana than Lana was doing Lana.
Yeah.
Rusev was entertaining. Rusev was the only good thing about that feud.
He was. He
And
was
Summer
entertaining.
did a good job as Lana.
Yeah, but then at the end, when and then they on top of that they put it out there. They were like, "Fuck it, we'll put it out there." I'm like, wow. I was very surprised, and I can see why Vince is not looking at Lana in the same light anymore. Wait, hold on. You back?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm switching off. Hold on. Here's G.
What's up, bitches?
Oh wow. Oh wow. Total woman.
Perfect timing.
Total
Main
woman.
event time. Main event time.
What are your what the fuck moments of the year, Gigi?
Hold the fuck on.
Wow.
All right, here we go, fuckers. All right. NXT, my WTF moment. All I can think about, because there wasn't really that many WTF moments in NXT. I mean, there were a few, but what stand out to me was definitely Sasha Banks using the
I just want to
referee.
say, all of us putting over TNA, NXT, we sound worse than the TNA soldiers. I just want to point that out. Sorry.
We're the
Sorry.
John Cena of wrestling fans.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all suck. No, where was it? Sasha Banks using the referee by doing that over the top rope using the ref and landing on
Are
Bailey.
you doing positive what the fucks or negative what the fucks?
I'm doing positive.
That's the mark out moment. We're doing negative what the fucks.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're doing
come on.
angry stuff.
We want angry. That's why we saved you for last, to get angry.
Oh, I didn't know I was
Here we
taking
go.
care of a baby.
Hey, listen, you tell your kid that they're on our time, all right?
She was being positive.
I was being positive. I'm being my Mother Nature self right now.
Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up. I know what I said, damn it.
G.
Now that's Mother
G
Nature
rocks.
for you.
G rocks.
Yeah.
G rocks.
If you can only see me right now, I'm doing the dance. How you singing to it?
Do you have a unicorn on your head too?
Not yet. Not yet. But I have my finger up. It's all right.
All right. The middle finger?
Yeah, you know it.
I could imagine. I could imagine.
I have middleman. God, oh, my angry moments. There's so many angry moments.
Let them
There's
all out.
like-
Let out your frustration, Gigi. That's why you're here.
I mean, my what the fuck moments for WWE then would have to be Sting and his balding spot. Like, I didn't need to see I didn't need to see that. That was unacceptable. That was uncalled for. There's spray cans for that. I mean, he paints his face, and the thing is that he stops where he should still continue painting the face where his hairline is at. I mean, his hairline is in the middle of his fucking forehead up here.
Oh
Like,
my god.
it's disgusting.
She's a hater. Shawn Michaels has the same bald spot.
Exactly. I was just gonna say,
Look,
like, you,
I
like,
will
you
admit-
Oh, easy. Don't get
Bosh
Bosh involved. Easy.
I'll agree.
I understand. I
He has a
admit
fucked up eye.
that Shawn Michaels was balding when he got F5 by Brock Lesnar and his cowboy hat flew the fuck off, okay? I was sad by that, but he was still my sexy boy, okay? You just have to deal with that. He is my sexy boy and forever be my sexy boy because I will forever remember him.
This is incredible.
He's my
And
sexy boy.
and you're not gonna mention John Cena's bald spot because Cena has a bald spot now too.
Cena's
he does.
balding. Cena's balding, but that's I
Yes.
guess that's what happens when you fuck around with a Bella.
Oh, Bosh!
alright.
I think that was a stab there, Bosh.
I don't know what I did to you, Gigi. I was on your side.
I want to be
Yeah,
able to
no,
go.
I can't stand the Bella twins. I just can't.
Oh, but you dressed as them for Halloween?
That's because I had no choice.
Oh,
Wow.
nice burn back.
I know.
You have their merchandise. You dress as them for Halloween, so you don't.
I
hit
didn't
them
buy
that
Oh, he called your mark. He called your mark. He called your mark.
I did not buy the merchandise. It was bought for me.
You still wore it.
That was me. I bought that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Continue, Gigi.
Whatever.
You got any other WTF moments?
It was negative WTF moments. When Owens took out Sami Zayn, that was a pretty fucked up event.
That was
But,
fantastic.
But on the brighter side, I saw blood, so that's positive. So moment. I'm upset because no females got thrown to a table. That's another one. You know,
That needs to happen.
That needs to happen at least once.
If they want to make this Divas Revolution like believable, like something
one of them bitches got to go
drastic.
through the table.
Yeah, something drastic needs to happen with that soon.
And it doesn't necessarily need to be a guy going, putting her through the table. No, one of these bitches needs to go through a table or to legit have a cage match.
But
some bullshit ass, I'm gonna have a 15-minute match and we're gonna try to make this look good. And everybody's fucking chanting, "We want Sasha."
We had a submission.
I really thought they were gonna get the ladder match at TLC, Paige and Charlotte.
We had a submission move on a table.
Twice.
Nothing's more dangerous.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, Paige and that submission move on the table. Oh my god, it must have been 10 times more painful than when she actually does it in the ring.
It is.
Oh my goodness. And then the Spanish announce table must be 20 times. What? Insane.
Adios, mío.
No, like, who else? Who else pisses me off? Oh, the whole feud with fucking Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. Like, it led up to nothing.
So wait a minute, you didn't like that Hell in a Cell match?
Man,
it was blood.
It was blood.
There was blood. There was blood.
Wake the baby up again, Jimmy. Shit.
It's okay. She's in the back room. She can't hear shit. I got earmuffs on her, pillows, blankets. She's good. She's not gonna.
Are you smothering her? Jesus.
You know what she doesn't have back there? Adult supervision.
Yeah. But a lot of soundproofing.
And here comes child services knocking on my door.
If one of our 20 listeners calls child services on you guys.
We must go to the captain. This Gigi's house. They have a child that's sleeping unsupervised.
You guys have the monitor. You guys have the baby monitor.
It's okay. We put a table by the bed, so she'll go through the table if anything.
Damn.
Well, hopefully she bumps.
She's a survivor. Have you seen her mother? Crazy.
All right.
Do you have any TNA WTF moments?
Yeah, TNA?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying TNA. That's
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
What about Lucha Underground?
You know what? There wasn't really a moment in all honesty, with Lucha Underground. There's no angry moments.
What about the cocoon?
Yeah. I guess, yeah, the little fucking cocoon. But that was towards the end. Muddy the Moth, he was, he showed up. He was the jobber of the year. I can't base the whole TNA WTF, WTF, you hear me? WTF. Oh, my God.
Too many damn letters. God damn.
Look,
It's all right. Jay said WTFA.
WTFA, that's what it is. WTFA. But, I'm just him. In general, that's it. Let's see what happens in season 2. I can't really go wrong with season 1. Alberto Del Rio went through, the glass and gave me blood. So thank you for the blood, all you wonderful wrestlers out there. I appreciate it. More blood you give me, the more happy I am as a fan.
Okay.
All right, what's the next? Let's go with the opposite, the markout moment of the year.
Okay.
Would you like to start this one off, Gigi?
Well, fuck it. I have a couple of them now that I clarify what the fuck is going on. All right. Markout moment of the year for WWE. I want to go ahead and say Seth Rollins winning the WWE title at Mania.
Agreed.
That was phenomenal.
Agreed, yes.
What was it?
The Seth Rollins winning
the cash-in.
The cash-in.
Okay.
Okay, so then let's just throw it out there. How many people picked that as their moment for
That's
WWE?
definitely mine. Even though pretty much a lot of people predicted it, it was still the way it was executed was just very excellent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
let me think
three of us
before.
picked it.
Yeah.
Was that my markout moment of the year? Seth Rollins cashing in.
If anything, then from now on, let's just go with each promotion, and then we'll go around and give our picks. All right, so WWE, I picked Rollins, Jay, and Gigi also picked Rollins, cashing in. So, Cap and Cheyenne, what are your WWE?
Well, Cap, you go first because okay, you go first.
Okay, bro. All right. It's funny because I picked Rollins at Mania, but not for the cash in. My markout moment was that fucking RKO he received with Randy.
Okay.
Yes.
That was nice.
I remember losing my shit when he did that. It was incredible. Randy Orton just executing it. I think that was the last time we saw the curb stop, right? Or that was like one of the last times we saw it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that was a moment where I was like, oh my god, did you see that? Even though, we've seen RKO's from anywhere before, that was incredible. So that was my markout moment.
That's Cheyenne. Cheyenne, do you have anything that did not involve Seth Rollins at WrestleMania?
Yep, I'm just because I'm hearing all about the Architect, and I have no hate for him. I love Seth Rollins. I'm going to swerve all of you. Ric Flair's entrance at the Barclays Center. There's my markout moment for the year. There it is. Youngest ride, longest line. There it is. That's mine.
Okay, what about for NXT?
For NXT.
Markout moment for NXT.
Well, now you made me fucking up my shit over here.
I have mine.
All right, so go, Cheyenne.
Jushin Thunder Liger coming out at Brooklyn.
Mine would be Samoa Joe's debut.
That would be mine as well.
You want to know what's crazy? I also had that for my NXT markout moment of the year of arrival of Samoa Joe. But being that you took my WTF moment of Sasha Banks going over the top rope, I'm going to switch it to Sasha Banks going over the top rope using the motherfucking referee.
Okay.
This monkey flipped on this nigga's ass and just said, "Bap," and just landed on Bailey.
She yelled my name out when she did it?
Yeah, apparently. When I take my first bump, I'll yell your name.
And
Cap?
For NXT, I'm gonna stick with mine, because I guess for me with NXT, because I don't watch the product as much, I'm familiar with more people than others. So for me, when Samoa Joe came by, people were talking about it, but there are so many rumors and there's so many websites saying who's gonna come on this show and whatever. So when Samoa Joe showed up, that was my markout moment for NXT.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so does anybody have anything for TNA?
No.
I would only say when I was at the show in January, when the lights went out and Awesome Kong appeared in the ring with Havoc, that was a pretty cool moment.
All right.
My
moment for TNA is the fact that they're still alive. That's their markout moment.
Pretty much.
Okay, how about
markout moments for TNA? Believe it or not, and this might not make sense, that Kurt Angle actually announced his retirement because I never thought he'd actually do it.
Okay. Ring of Honor. I put Jay Lethal becoming double champion.
Oh yeah, that'd be it.
That
Yeah.
did happen this year.
Yeah, go for it. That's mine.
For New Japan, I put AJ Styles catching Ibushi in that Styles clash while he was flipping off the top rope.
Oh, okay, that was a good one.
And how about Lucha Underground?
Lucha Underground, I have Angelico diving dropkick from the top of Dario's office into the ring, and the match was the Crew versus Son of Havoc, Angelico, and Ivelisse.
All right, that was a really good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was actually on my honorable mention, but I picked Katrina licking Ivelisse.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, just lick me already and stop playing games.
Limping so. A little hobble.
For me, I picked Melina interfering in the Johnny Mundo El Patron match during Ultimate Lucha.
Okay.
Because I don't think anybody saw her coming into the ring, or at least I didn't know that was happening.
I would have picked Melina interfering in Johnny Mundo's camera roll on his iPhone, but that's good too.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's go with Tag Team of the Year.
I think we're all unanimous with our WWE pick for this one.
Well, real quick before we do that, I just want to say my markout moment for Lucha Underground, Vampiro's entrance in his match against Pentagon.
Yeah, that was good.
Because I was a huge Vampiro mark in WCW, and when YouTube was the original WWE network, when it was a wrestling network, I watched a lot of his stuff in Mexico, so it was cool to see him wrestle again. So that's my mark-out moment for Lucha.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay.
All right. So for tag team, WWE, how many people picked New Day?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
That's a guarantee. I mean,
New.
I'm trying to tell you, I did not pick the New Day.
I picked New Day.
I did not pick the New Day.
All right. What did you pick, Cheyenne?
I picked the Social Outcast.
That was this year.
Get the fuck out of here. That's this year. That don't count.
Oh, I pick the Mega Powers, Macho Mizdow and Damien and Hulk Axel, whatever the hell he is.
I think you're about a year and a half late with that one.
That was this year.
That was this year, Jay.
That was it?
Yeah, because the
I
angle
refuse to be
ended
a
when
conformist.
Because it was after the Rumble, and that's when.
Okay.
and then the angle ended when Hogan.
Yeah,
was
remember,
racist.
Hogan got fired last year. So,
That's
yeah,
right.
that's
That's right,
Same
yes.
here. Sorry, Hogan. We apologize.
Okay.
He should apologize.
No, there's really no way around it. I'm gonna go with the New Day, obviously.
All right, NXT.
My name is Enzo Amore,
is my
and
pick as well.
I am a certified G and a bona
I
fide
can't-
stud, and you
I
can't
can't.
teach that.
Yes,
I'll-
I picked Enzo and Kaz.
I'll second that.
I'll go with that.
I'm going Blake and Murphy.
Okay.
That's my pick, hands down.
TNA.
They have tag teams?
I picked the Wolves.
Oh, that's right. The Wolves. That's right, the Wolves. Yeah. I gotta.
I'll go Bobby Roode and Aries.
Yeah, I mean those are the only two teams. All right, I guess they were the only ones. Ring of Honor.
Yep, that's it.
Red
Pretty
Dragon.
much.
I picked Red Dragon for Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, The Influence.
The Influence?
Yeah, isn't that Daniels and Kazarian?
Oh, The Addiction.
The Addiction, yeah, whatever drug.
Japan. Young Bucks. Okay, I guess I'm the only one that picked Japan. Lucha Underground.
Sorry, bro.
I thought you were
Sorry.
going to hand it off to somebody else. Like, yes.
New Japan, I'll go with the Bucks also.
Okay, Lucha Underground.
I'm gonna go with the three-man tag of Angelico, Son of Havoc, and Evil East. They just do great work in the ring.
Yeah.
This is what are we doing now? Match of the year or
No,
tag team?
Team of the Year for Lucha Underground.
Oh, I don't have any Lucha team. Sorry.
Yeah. I just picked the three-man tag because they're the only ones that are really good.
Yeah.
I went with, as well, Evil East, Angelico, and Son of Havoc.
Make that 3. Yeah, I definitely went with them. They just work really well as a team, or like their chemistry and all together. I mean, come next season, which should be coming out later on this month.
Yeah. Another month.
I want to see what Evil East is really going to bring to the table now that her leg won't be all broken up and shit. She won't be hobbling anymore. She'll actually be wrestling. So,
I mean, she's a really good wrestler.
yeah. So I'm really interested to seeing where that's going to go this coming season.
Okay.
Okay.
For Match of the Year.
Ooh, this is gonna be
a tough one. Because they were...
I have my pick. So.
Yeah, I got my picks also.
Let's start with Lucha Underground. I picked Mir Muertes and Drago in the casket match.
Oh, wow.
I forgot about that.
That was pretty good.
That was a good match.
Yeah, I picked Mil Muertes and Prince Puma in Ultimate Lucha.
Okay.
I stick to the ladder match that the Crew versus Son of Havoc, Angelico, and Evil East had.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty dope. I think it was just that whole move that Angelico did that kind of just sold me on the whole entire match.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jay,
Okay.
no, Jay.
Well, I'm gonna have to skip Lucha Underground and the other indie promotions. But as far as WWE, it's tough because despite all of
We're
their...
not up to WWE, Jason.
But we're doing Match of the Year, right?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, so I mean,
And he's just gonna go ahead and say
I
it.
could only vote for like two promotions.
Well, then you need to catch
Well,
up this year.
my Lucha match is gonna be Vampiro and then Pentagon, without question.
All right.
Okay.
It's personal bias. I was just into it, man.
For Japan, I picked Shibata and Ibushi from the G1 Climax, just because it was like a really strong style match, and they were both really stiff in the match. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't watch Japan, so I can't even mess with that.
Nobody else?
No.
No.
Ring of Honor, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly from Final Battle.
Okay. Nah, I don't watch that either.
I didn't get on that.
Skip. Yeah.
TNA, the Dirty Heels versus the Wolves in the best of 5.
Okay.
All right, here we go. NXT. I picked
All right.
Sasha Banks.
Just
Bayley
to bang it
from
out, I don't have a TNA one, but for Ring of Honor, who it was Jay and who for champion versus champion?
Jay Briscoe.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Fine, I have to see it a few weeks back.
So for NXT, I picked Bayley and Sasha Banks from TakeOver Brooklyn.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Let me make sure, see if my wife agreed.
Probably
And
my NXT one would probably have to be
match of the year.
the Iron Woman match.
Okay.
The
That's
match
fine.
for me, it is Bailey and Sasha, but it's not Brooklyn.
It's Iron Woman.
Yup, the Iron Man match.
All right, so 2 for the Iron Woman and 3 for Brooklyn.
Although I attended the one in Brooklyn and it was absolutely phenomenal. I was a little bit heartbroken because Sasha Banks lost the belt, but you know, it was the inevitable. It was going to happen. Just moving to the main roster.
To do nothing.
To do nothing. No, you want to know what's best? What's really awesome? She don't need to do anything, and they still cheer for her.
Yep. Absolutely.
The best promotion is it's a non-promotion, and you'll still get the cheers from the crowd. Look at Jericho. When he first came back to the WWE, he came into the ring. Everybody's fucking banana nuts about this motherfucker. And then what happens? He grabs the mic. He doesn't say shit. Drops the mic. Walks right the fuck out.
Yep.
Crowd goes fucking crazy.
That was his best return ever, if you ask me. Better than his first return, which was what,
And
in
he didn't have to
07?
say shit.
Better
Didn't
than this
say a
week's
damn
return.
thing.
All he needs to do is come back with a jacket full of lights that actually work though, because you know some of them light bulbs be fucking out. Be like, my man, there was supposed to be a legit line going through the jacket. Why is there 5 light bulbs out? There's something wrong with that. He ain't making enough money with Fozzy. That's what's going on.
That's not nice. Fozzy sells. Fozzy makes money.
Not enough to fix
Yeah,
that jacket.
not in the country, maybe overseas.
Yeah, they do well overseas.
Yeah, they do actually.
But yeah, the Iron Man match would be the match of the year for me.
All right. And for WWE.
John Cena versus Kevin Owens.
Okay.
At their first match for
the one that Owens won.
Yeah, the one that Owens won. I mean,
Elimination Chamber.
Was it at Elimination Chamber?
Yep.
Not Payback?
Hmm.
I thought it was at Payback.
It was Elimination Chamber.
Okay, well, I guess that match was just phenomenal to me. I mean, I never thought that I would see the kind of wrestling critique, the wrestling. I never thought I would see John Cena take it to more notches than he did in that match. Like, he really outdid himself where I don't think anybody would have thought that he could. And we all know Kevin Owens was great to begin with. I mean, the guy's been like putting in work for the past 15 years, from the Indies to NXT to the main roster. So I mean, his work speaks for himself. So I mean, those two mesh together really well with their series of matches for the time that they were feuding. But that first match was just like completely, utterly solid. Like, I don't think any match that could really like a one-on-one singles match that could compare to those two like the past year.
Okay.
Wow, Jay put over an indie guy.
Yeah. Bosch?
I went with Cena, Rollins, and Brock from Royal Rumble.
Agreed.
Okay.
Because I was there for that one, and it was a really good match.
Yeah, I'll second that too. I'll second that as well.
Gigi?
Mine is actually just very recent. The TLC match, tag team ladder match.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That would have been my second choice.
It
was New Day, Lucha Dragons, and the Usos.
Yeah.
All right.
It was just a phenomenal match from beginning to end. Like,
Okay.
it just spoke upon itself. I think, in all honesty, it was probably the match of the night. And my opinion, the match of the year. because they each brought out just a little bit something to the table, and I don't mean just as a tag match, just being tag teams and everything like that, but just individually as well. So they all brought a little something to the table. I mean, that sunset flip that Kalisto did was just phenomenal. And throwing the trombone at him as well.
That was like the icing on the cake right there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was just great. That was just like
I actually thought that Xavier was going to climb up and grab the belts.
Yeah,
that would have been that would have been a better ending.
Yeah, it's a little bit too predictable for Xavier to just let me just go up and grab the belts and stuff. No, he used the fucking trombone, threw it at somebody, and just be like, "Ha! I threw it at you."
He could have thrown it and climbed.
Yeah, I know. But he believed in his team, man. Through the positivity of the new day. Yes, it is.
To piggyback off what G just said, I would say for that match, they brought back an element of tag team ladder matches with, with the New Day, the Usos, and the Lucha Dragons. They brought back an element that I don't think we've seen.
The tag teams they put in don't deliver. I agree with that.
Right. Like they put in something in that match that we haven't seen since the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. And it's been a very long time since we've seen something to like that extent. So, like my hats off to WWE and all three of those tag teams for like putting in the work for that match.
Okay. Mine is the Rumble, the triple threat.
All right.
Yeah, it really is head and shoulders above all the other matches that happened this past year. I have to say, all the elements that it takes to make a great match were there. Not to mention the surprise. The oh my god, it's not over factor. So yeah, that's my pick, simple and easy.
Cheyenne, but before we move on, do you think that is because of the three opponents in the ring and we weren't sure how they were going to mesh together?
Yes, because I do think part of that, it's funny you say that, is in fact that we didn't think that match was going to be that good.
Right.
I know a lot of people that I spoke to didn't think the match was going to be good in general. They thought it was going to be short because Brock was in it. I did not think the match was going to be that good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually gone back to see it since seeing it live.
The last time I saw it was when they played it on Raw.
Yeah, I think that might have been one. I think I saw, but we were recording, so I wasn't like paying full attention to the match.
Right.
Yeah. All right, we have 2 categories left. Do we want to go with Diva of the Year or Lady of the Year, whatever, depending on the company?
Well, I'd like to start off with the ladies in this room, so let's start off with Gigi.
All right, let's go with Lucha Underground.
Gee, what's your Lucha Underground Lady Diva of the Year?
Marty the Moth. Oh wait, Diva.
That's it. No, your vote is final, Gigi.
No turning back now.
He's a moth. He's just kind of just be a butterfly. No, Lucha Underground. My heart was really conflicted, but I gotta give it to the hobbling Ivelisse.
I love her.
She really brought it out. My second choice, in all honesty, was going to be Sexy Star. I just feel weird saying her name, Sexy Star, because it just
sounds like a stripper name.
Yeah, it does. It just sounds like
I feel invigorated.
Which isn't bad for all the strippers that are listening. It's not a bad name. Just
I feel invigorated
saying
saying
that are
it.
listening to this podcast right now. We're not dissing you. We're just saying Sexy Star is your next stage name, and if it is, remember, I'm taking some money off of that copyright.
All right.
No, but Ivelisse is definitely for Lucha Underground for me.
I went with Katrina.
Really?
Oh yeah. She's a bad bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
That's Maxine.
Why do I not know her?
Maxine.
Oh, Maxine's not Ivelisse?
No, Maxine is Katrina.
Oh, I'm definitely going with Katrina. If I was 6'2" and good looking, oh brother, it would be over for her.
I'll go with Hobbles as well. I'll go with Ivelisse.
It was a tough one. I was stuck between the two. I actually picked Maria for Ring of Honor and New Japan because there's no other woman in either promotion.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that one as my pick also.
Yeah, I'll take that as my pick.
I don't want
now Jay wants to be a Ring of Honor New Japan viewer.
Only because I'm looking at the roster now online. So I mean, and you're right. There's like literally like no females in Ring of Honor other than
He's
Maria.
just looking at her.
You didn't watch the
He's just looking at her ass.
Doesn't count. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That shit don't count. Nigga, watch the product.
Oh my god!
On what channel?
Back riding off of what Bob says. Unbelievable. Gotta be a black
Oh.
For TNA, although she's not even that good of a wrestler, it's not a surprise I went with Rebel.
Okay.
I'll go with Gail Kim.
Okay.
I will, Gail.
All right.
We don't watch, so we can't say.
We don't watch, but if Gail Kim's there, good for her.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, she's in. No, and I'm not. I know it sounds like a dickish way of me saying it, but no, she's actually a legit good wrestler. Me, dickish, never. I don't know who that person is.
Even I'm learning, and I would have to say never.
NXT.
Sasha Banks.
Even Marie.
What? Are you serious?
I'm just gonna be the heel. Even Marie.
I kind of want to dye your hair all red so you can be all red everything, Cheyenne.
Hey.
That'd be interesting.
I just want to be the heel. I'll go with Marie.
Well, I'll play face to your heel. I'll say Bailey.
I will say Bailey as well.
I'm gonna go with the legit boss, Sasha Banks.
Still nothing.
All right.
Still gets money.
Did Jay pick one?
Yeah, I picked Sasha.
Sasha.
Right. Mm-hmm. And for WWE?
Paige all the way.
Paige.
I also picked Paige, but now y'all make me want to change my shit. No, fuck that. Let's go with Paige. She crazy.
Not.
I like crazy people.
Yes.
I like crazy
I'm gonna throw Bosch off guard with my pick. I'm going with Nikki Bella.
Oh, take all the shine away from me, right, asshole?
I'm sorry.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
guys, she's got two big boobs, so one for each of you. You both can make a vote, and it's fine. It's okay.
See, he gets it.
I also went with Nikki Bella. Surprise, surprise.
Of course.
You picked Nikki?
No.
I know. I came out of left field with that one.
Oh my god. Completely.
Swerve.
I would have swerved you guys and picked Brie. That would have really thrown everybody off.
I don't even think Brie would pick Brie.
All right.
We can actually win a match.
But she has the past few weeks, if you watch SmackDown.
No, I haven't. No. But that's this year. That's this year.
All right. Our superstar of the year. Let's start with...
Now, before we get to superstar of the year, I was going to start this in that We Love Pro Wrestling Carolyn thing that we're in. I got to ask this question because it's great conversation, I feel. And I asked this at Bosch a few days ago. Now, here's a tough question, and I think I've got a great panel here to ask it about. This year, 2015, well, the year just passed, what was better? The 12 pay-per-views or the network specials?
Ooh,
that's a good question.
That is a good question.
By network special, do you mean NXT or do you mean like the...
You get to include one NXT special.
Brooklyn, then.
So I'm talking Beast from the East, the MSG show, the Chamber, all that stuff. And you know what? Why not? The NXT as well. But what was better? The 12 pay-per-views or the special events?
I mean, out of all those special events, the NXT is the one that stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NXT ones were really the only good ones, to be honest with you. I mean,
I think the one in the Garden wasn't anything spectacular. The Beast from the East had that good main event, and the Elimination Chamber had Owens and Cena. So it kind of falls into the same category as the pay-per-views, where there's good matches, but doesn't mean that the entire show was great.
Right.
But I guess I feel like with those special events, I mean, it might not necessarily be about the quality, but it's the idea that they're doing something different. For the first year, WWE didn't know what to do with their network. This year, they seem like to do different things. They have
I definitely enjoyed like the Table for Three, Breaking Ground.
Yeah.
Even like the documentaries.
Well,
they
that's
did
because
one.
instead of
I like the Legends with JBL. Like he needs to do more of those.
Yeah, and instead of relying solely on their library, they finally went, got balls to the wall with original content.
Yeah. I mean, Austin's podcasts, he ends up uploading them anyway, so I can hear them anyway. And I'm not going to sit down and watch it. I can just hear it on my phone. But I did enjoy even like the documentaries they did on the Usos and Roman and Booker, the 24 specials.
Yeah,
those are really good as well.
I agree.
I like they added a lot of new original content to the network this year compared to the first year.
Yeah, because that first week in the network, I can only watch WrestleMania 1 so many times.
Yeah, like you can only watch it so many. Like if it's leading to a pay-per-view, or like if there's like a podcast, kind of like the Kevin Sullivan podcast where they review all old Nitros and shit. Like I'll go back and watch those, but other than that, like it's tough to like go. Or like right now, I have Royal Rumble playing in the background just as something to play while I'm doing the show.
Right.
But other than that, like nothing, not that much.
So what's the vote? What wins? WWE calendar or the network? Jay.
I'm still going to go with WWE calendar. I mean, like even though the specials have been, I mean they haven't been horrible, but they can still there's still room for improvement.
Okay, I think for the captain.
I'll just go with honestly the specials. Then I mean you can get the pay-per-views anywhere else. The specials make it different. It makes it feel like Saturday night's main event. It feels like something new and interesting. I like it.
I think it's a heel Gigi.
I agree. I have to go with the specials that go along with it. It is different. It's something that gives us wrestling fans something else to look forward to besides the Monday nights and the boring pay-per-view events. And it's just sometimes the pay-per-view events can be very lackluster. And at least with the specials, it kind of makes us feel just a little bit better about the product.
I think it's a Bosch Bella.
I'm going with 3 hours plus of Monday Night Raw every Monday.
Okay. Of course. Can I get your serious answer, Wise Ass?
The pay-per-views.
Yeah, believe it or not, I thought about it, and I still go calendar WWE. But I do think
and I will
that
say the
next
pay-per-views because they still put money in my pocket, so.
Right. I will go calendar WWE, but I really think 2016, the network specials might really kill it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think 2016, we're going to have this conversation again, God willing, and we'll be like, not for nothing, the network, overall.
Yeah.
And it'll be good because they're going to do the Toronto house show, too, this year.
Oh, yeah,
the Toronto house show is going to be on the network.
Oh, that should be good.
March.
Toronto crowds.
Yeah, that, and it's Road to WrestleMania, so there'll be a couple of attractions on that.
Okay.
So let's get into the final one. Bosh, take it away.
Superstar of the year. Let's start with Lucha Underground.
We'll go with Prince Puma.
I'm going to second that one.
I'll go with Pentagon.
I'll go Puma.
I like Pentagon.
Huh? Jay has no vote.
Yeah, I have no vote for that one.
Unless it's a woman. For New Japan, I went with AJ Styles.
I would like for him to come to the WWE.
He'll be there at the Rumble.
I know.
I would go Omega given what's happened in the last few weeks, so that certainly counts for 2016. So I will go AJ Styles.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Jay?
Pass.
Ring of Honor, I went with Jay Lethal. I'm sure Cheyenne.
Jay Lethal.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough for me. It's either Jay or what's his face? The Peacock. Dalton Castle.
All right. TNA, I went with EC3. He's the only person they really have.
Same.
Although they're turning him babyface, I don't know why they would do such a thing. NXT, I went with Balor.
I went Balor as well.
Going with Kenta.
Wow, that was out of left field.
What?
He even called him by his Japan name.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
we
on
got
your
one vote. We got one vote for CM Kenta.
Yeah,
Wait, what
I'm
the
with
fuck was
Valor.
that good detective shit?
Oh, that's the Call of Duty. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Multitasking at its finest.
I was like, did we get a soundboard? Alright. So everybody else, Balor and Jay with Kenta?
Yes.
In Jay with Kenta. All right.
Okay.
That was my swerve vote right there.
Not Hideo. Jay with Kenta.
WWE, I went with Rollins.
I second that. Rollins had an amazing year.
I go with Tyler Black instead.
I'm gonna throw the swerve, and I'm gonna say Xavier Woods because what he's done for the New Day, nobody else has done. He's the mouthpiece essentially. Even though all three of them can speak, he's the mouthpiece, and he's the one that makes things interesting. Besides the podcast that he has, besides everything else, he's put a lot of interest into that team. I mean, the trombone idea was his. He's really, really, really a smart guy, and I just think from where he was at the beginning of 2015 to the end, light years ahead of anybody else in regards to progression.
Yeah.
Great statement.
All right.
My vote is going to go with Kevin Owens, and not just going off of his in-ring ability, but if you take a look from all of the guys that WWE has brought up from the NXT roster to the main roster, I would say from the past 3 or 4 years, they haven't had a run on the main roster like Kevin Owens has. He took the ball and he ran with it when he came into on the main roster.
True.
And he's had a run the past, I would say, like, must have been like 6-7 months since he's been on WWE on main roster, and he's done wonders with this. So I mean, you can't go. Like for me, I can't go with anybody else other than Kevin Owens.
Okay.
I can't argue with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That was a good one. I also go with Seth Rollins. You know, he's just amazing and everything like that. It just sucks that he fucked up his leg.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that like I would have placed Cena at a very, very close second, and it's a shame that he's also hurt as well.
Yeah, I agree with that because and yes, yes, you guys are hearing me. I do agree with that. I would have placed John Cena, even though
and it was close, but I wanted to go with Rollins just because I have followed him more. But Cena did have a great year, and I would put him at a very close second for Superstar of the Year, which I never thought I would have said in the past.
I still booed the fuck out of Cena in the arena, but that's just me.
I think it's gotten to the point where it's kind of like the angle thing, where it's,
yeah, exactly.
Like
where it's like you like to boo him, but you know that he's still
like
he's still fun to watch.
No matter how much we loved Angle, we still chanted "You suck." And I think it's kind of like a habit. Like even when I was at the MSG show, it was like, oh, I'm still gonna chant John Cena sucks. It's become a part of his song more than anything. Even if he's the biggest babyface in the company, or if we like him, it's kind of just become a part of it, of his entrance.
Right.
I think he's reached that point where it's like, at least with me, he's reached that point where I like him, but I'm still gonna it's still fun to boo him just because.
It's just fun to boo him.
It's become a part of the routine and a part of his song.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. He's a damn good worker. Like he worked his ass off this whole past year, putting a lot of guys over. So I gotta give it to him for that.
Yeah.
Would I be able to add one more category to end the night?
Sure.
Ah, nigga.
Improv too.
Go ahead.
I find my M-bombs like nothing. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm gonna give Hulk Hogan a run for his money.
What would you guys say would be the injury of 2015?
Seth Rollins.
Rollins.
Really? I thought some of you guys would have gone with Daniel Bryan.
He's been cleared, but the thing is that the WWE.
I think he's been injured for like 2 years now, so it's good. Like he's.
He's gonna walk. He's gonna be like Kevin Nash. Walk out the ring. You're gonna get it injured and go right back into the back. Like, come on.
Like he was there for 2 months this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roughly.
I've got a different one. I was gonna actually go with Tyson Kidd with Cesaro because that team was looking like they took a fucking gimmick and they were going well. And for Tyson to get hurt at this point in time, where the tag division needed him, it was tough.
And Tyson may not
come back at all.
No, not even that. He might not even get an opportunity like this the next time around. To be honest with you guys,
Right.
I just don't see I just don't see WWE. I just don't see WWE investing in him.
I mean, he had just come back from an injury, and I think the only reason he was still around was because of Total Divas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's sad. Like I mentioned earlier, and I know it's gone around that every person that walked out of Mania as champion last year is injured right now.
Right.
Well, KFA News had the best headline this week. WrestleMania's location is going to be in a physiotherapy clinic.
I'm going to throw my swerve vote and say Sting. It's really
that's the most
like,
emotional one.
Yeah.
It's definitely emotional. I mean, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Sting, but just, for him to debut like this late in his career, and then for him to suffer an injury like this, especially considering that he hasn't won any matches in this WWE run, I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame, and it's considering that he's pretty much almost at 60 right now. Who knows if we'll ever see him like actually compete in the ring again?
For the record, that Sting Triple H match could equally qualify as Mark Out and What the Fuck.
It was What the Fuck. I was actually going to do that instead of what I chose.
But it could have qualified for both, because it was marking out seeing all those old guys, but what the fuck, what are they all doing out there?
That really broke my heart, though, him losing. I understood it, because after I saw the network preview for his DVD,
Mm-hmm.
I understood it, him straight saying, my time's done. Steve Borden's had his time, So I got it. Would I have done it? Absolutely not. I would have been like the rest of the world, including, Steve Austin and Ric Flair. I would have put Sting over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And clearly it wasn't like Sting was fighting it or wasn't happy about it. He was like, my time's up.
Yeah.
Should Sting, go and have another WrestleMania moment? Absolutely. Do I think it should be The Undertaker? No. I think that ship sailed.
Yeah, a long time ago now.
I think that ship sailed. I think we need to really let go of that.
I mean, while we have everybody here, with all of the injuries going on, what would you do with Rumble and going into Mania with just what's left on the roster?
That's a tough one. I mean,
I don't think there's ever been even with, I think, Cena going, because even last week we were discussing Cena facing Taker, so now that's off the table if he's not doing Mania, so who would you put against Taker?
Well, against Taker, they're going to do Wyatt Taker too.
No, please.
You don't think so? You don't think they're going to do
No.
Wyatt Taker?
No, I mean the first match wasn't that great to begin with. I mean, so for them to do a second match,
And the tag match wasn't great either.
Exactly.
Oh, the tag match? No. The tag match is horrible. But I'm thinking because they spent all that time to have him being carried out at the end of the pay-per-view to not have it pay off in Texas, where he's from. It makes no sense.
It paid off on the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to do it at Mania, because then who are you gonna match up Wyatt against?
I mean, I'm kind of coming out of left field with this one, but I think if he can be cleared to wrestle, The Rock and Taker.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, for The Rock can come out and say, "Oh, I've beat every name synonymous with Mania, except for Shawn." But he can say, "I beat Hogan, I beat Austin, I beat Cena. There's only one more name left to beat that's connected to Mania."
God, that's a good idea, Boz. You should write this shit.
And it's not like...
I mean, I would throw Shawn in that category, but Shawn's retired.
My scenario is different.
What?
My scenario would be Rock's in the Rumble. Rock throws out Roman and turns on him, saying, "You think you're the dominant Samoan in the family?" And Rock becomes corporate.
That would be awesome.
Corporate authority Rock, and he doesn't have to be there every week.
That would be awesome. If
It's
only
that
WWE
or
was
the
that
obvious-
creative.
It's that or the obvious one, and Triple H wins the Rumble. That's it.
Yeah.
Which is probably what's going to happen.
It's going to happen, yeah.
Which, not for nothing, for something that we know already. Still
And it'll be the
dope.
one way to get everybody booing, but at least it'll be booing a heel.
Right.
Which will put Roman over more as a face, which is exactly what they want to do anyway.
But
not only that, it's the ultimate endorsement.
Yeah,
exactly.
When you really think about it.
But do you think the crowd will really make Rock heel? They won't. Because look at what they do with Lesnar all the time. They cheer him like a motherfucker, like he's a war hero, and he's a heel. So imagine when The Rock comes back, they're not gonna boo him.
No, I don't see. They're not going to turn The Rock on Roman. They're not.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the idea, but the crowd would have to respond.
I mean, that's
Right.
if he can get cleared by the studio to wrestle.
Right.
Can I just say how
Yeah.
excited I am that we're gonna get Paul Heyman on Monday? Not about Brock Lesnar. I want to hear another Paul Heyman promo. That's all. That's all. I just want to hear Paul Heyman speak. He's just
that's true. And now, question: let's say that's is Brock at 8, at 9, or at 10?
Well, say that again. I'm sorry.
When do they
Is
put
Brock
Brock
going to
out?
be on at 8, 9, or 10?
They'll probably have Brock open the show.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And announce he's in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because
whoever.
at this point,
come back later on.
And I would say whoever eliminates. Then who do you put Brock with at Mania? Whoever eliminates him should be who faces him at Mania.
Which might be, well, I would say The Rock, but I don't think the Rock is going to be clear for the Rumble.
Oh hell! And the Rock's not going to be cleared to fight Brock.
You don't think so?
You think the studio's going to let him fight Brock?
No. If they allow him to have a match, it won't be Brock. Not at all.
No, it won't be.
I would say if it's not Brock and Kevin Owens, then maybe Brock and Wyatt, because at least Brock would have the whole Wyatt family to work with, and it'll be the one time he's like outnumbered, and it's a bunch of guys that are bigger than him.
That I could possibly see.
And
Yeah.
it can lead
Possibly,
to spots
yeah.
with him throwing Braun around and all these other guys around. So I think that would be the only storyline that you can stack the odds against Brock
Yeah.
and make Bray look strong in it. I mean, obviously he'll lose, but
Or what
Yeah.
about the rumor? There has been rumors that they're going to possibly bring back Goldberg for one more match to have a rematch with Brock.
I don't think that article that's being
Jay,
passed around is legit.
Jay, I will block you off my show the same way Goldberg blocked me on Twitter if you ever say that shit again.
I don't think that article that I keep fucking seeing is true. I don't think
Yeah, I
Goldberg's
think
gonna
that's-
come back. I think that's just a big event group, just putting shit out there.
Do we ever see Goldberg going into the Hall of Fame?
And I think that's up to him.
Yeah, I think it would be up to Goldberg. I think they wouldn't mind putting him in there because of all the history that that has happened with Goldberg in general.
That
But it's
3-year
really all
run.
on Goldberg. In all honesty, I think the next diva, if we're gonna put a diva in there, is probably gonna be Sable.
Yeah,
To the
I
Hall
can
of
see that.
Fame.
Which I think I don't know why they haven't pulled the trigger on Sable, to be honest with you.
And it's not like I mean, she's married to their biggest fucking attraction.
Yeah, but maybe that's what it is.
Well, I know. I mean, I read.
Doesn't want it because of.
I mean, I read Brock's book, and he hates her being around the industry.
Really?
Like, even when he left the company and she was still around, he was pissed.
Maybe that's why she's not in there, because it would probably bother him some.
I mean, she looked old as fuck in that UFC 100, and that was
And,
like 6 years ago.
What was it that Brock's upset that Sable's in the business? What is it?
Oh, he just didn't like her in the industry, even when he left the company. Like, he was mad that she was still there for a bit in 2004.
Yeah, but Sable was only there for a couple of weeks when Brock left. This guy.
Yeah, so.
Well, I can't say anything about Brock being upset because I know he doesn't beat my ass. So you tell him, Brock.
All you're gonna hear is Brock Lesnar's theme music, and you're gonna be like, "Where the fuck is he?"
Yeah, basically.
I'll
I'll no sell just to piss him off. Just to piss Brock off, I'll no sell.
Oh my god! By the way, who are we looking forward to in 2016?
There's the
that's a
award
good
that I
question.
mentioned, Bosh.
Oh, yeah. I would say I think Kevin Owens is going to have a big year, but also with Nakamura and AJ coming in, I'm looking forward to what WWE does with them and hopefully uses them correctly.
Yeah.
Who's gonna have a big? I'm gonna swerve everybody. I'm gonna laugh.
Eva Marie.
Nope.
I'm gonna go for Nia Jax. I want to see what's gonna happen with her.
For NXT, I picked Chad Gable.
Okay.
Relly, Willie, and Gable.
I'm going to go with Samoa Joe for NXT.
I feel like he's going to be put into the main roster this year, though.
I think it would be too soon. They can still do things for him in NXT for at least another 8 to 10 months.
But you really can't say that because look at Kevin Owens. He was in NXT for a few months, then got called up to the main roster as a replacement for Rusev, and now he's a permanent on the main roster. Same thing could happen to Samoa Joe.
True.
I mean, with all the injuries, you never know.
Right.
Exactly.
I have a question, not a question, but like in regards to who to watch. I'm wondering what's going to happen to Baron Corbin because I just feel like they have these designs for him, but they're afraid to pull the trigger, and I'm wondering when is it going to be the shit or get off the pot moment.
Okay.
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, there's a lot of guys I think that are going to be good in NXT, but he's like the question mark. Like, well, where are they going to go with him?
Because he hasn't. I mean, kind of like a Ryback where he hasn't really progressed. Or I mean, he's had better matches, but he hasn't. His character hasn't evolved in any way. I mean, all that happened was they turned him heel because he wasn't working as a face.
Right. But I guess I also wonder because they had him on Breaking Ground and they have him in all these matches. So I'm like, you're pushing his image and pushing this guy on us. So I'm like, okay, well maybe he's next. But then they don't pull the trigger. So
like he got the look and he has the ability, but his character is just not there. Nobody's buying.
Yeah. Well, my question is, who's next to get called up?
Outside of Bullet Club?
No, I'm talking about NXT. Who's next?
I mean, either Sammy or Enzo and Cass.
I'll go with Sammy.
We've been saying Enzo and Cass for God knows how long, and I want them up, but
I think the promos between Enzo and Cass and up against the New Day, man.
I'm going Sami Zayn regardless.
I would say Sammy.
I
mean, the only thing with Sammy was when he came back a couple weeks ago, he did look a little bit like out of shape.
Yeah, no, I don't think Sammy would.
He had like the little chichos going on, and I was like, whoa, what happened there?
Even though Sammy's out of shape, I think Sammy would be the next. If he wasn't out of shape, I would say he would be the next one up because he had that taste of the big roster already.
Yeah.
He already had that exposure. People know him. They remember him from the John Cena match. Whereas Enzo and Kaz, I mean, people know who they are, but I mean, like Lawler.
Well, remember, once you get to the main roster, it's a different thing. We got to remember that. We can't, look what happened to Paige. Paige got that one pop, and then it took her a year to get over on a regular. So it's not going to be instant, overage. Like a lot of people, this is more towards the listeners than us.
Of course, I understand.
I wouldn't say Sami Zayn, though. I honestly think they will keep him in NXT just a little bit longer.
I mean, I would say it has to be Sammy because a lot of people still want to see that continuation feud with him and Kevin Owens because it still hasn't been like really settled.
By the way, my one to watch is Bubba Ray.
Oh, okay.
If they decide to split him and Devon and turn him into his Bully Ray character, then yeah, definitely.
I think they're gonna do it.
You think they're gonna do it?
I do.
I don't know. I mean, I keep hearing a lot of things about Bully / Bubba Ray.
I don't think it'll happen until after Mania because I know they said on Jericho's podcast that their 20th anniversary
That's right.
is around Mania time, so I can see them waiting to at least celebrate their 20th anniversary, maybe even win the belts.
Right.
And then after that, the split.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you put Roman in a feud with like a Kevin Owens, and then maybe once that feud is over, so maybe like in the summer, he can be like the big heel, if they even make him a top heel.
Right.
Because, I mean, you're comparing making him a top heel in TNA to making him a top heel in WWE.
Yeah. And now's the time for them to pull the trigger on that.
And I think right now Kevin Owens is kind of like the Bully Ray character.
Yes,
right. I would love to see
no, I think he's his own thing.
He's his own thing, but he's similar as far as like the guy that says what's on his mind and doesn't have a filter and goes around kicking people's ass.
Blocks Melissa Joan Hart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point. Okay. I see the argument. Okay. Any other additional notes for our year-end awards?
Hogan really fucked up. even though that happened back in 2006. It's such a fucked up situation.
Who do we want to see to win the Royal Rumble?
I want to see Triple H win it now. I
Who do
mean,
we
I
wanna
don't think
see?
there's
Who do
anybody
we want?
really.
Probably
I
Triple
don't think
H.
there's anybody really deserving of winning it other than.
I'm not gonna lie, it'd be cool. It would be cool to have Brian come out, but I don't think he's ready, to be honest with you.
I think
Even if they're holding it a secret.
they're gonna give us AJ as the substitute for Brian this year, and I think AJ
It's
will.
in Orlando. I don't know why not.
I think AJ is gonna last a long time in the Rumble and have a good showing, but he's not gonna win it, obviously.
Yeah.
Especially now that it's for the belt. I mean, I can see him coming in like in the single-digit numbers to get that huge pop and keeping him in there for a while, and maybe be eliminated towards the end.
Okay. Comes in at 7 and leaves in the final 4.
Maybe, or at least final
Okay.
like 5. So, you know.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he's CJ Fashion. That's what I'm waiting for. Now this is gonna be fun. Now when we do the sign off, Bosh, do we like count to 3 and then all say it?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if. I mean, it's already pretty late. I don't even know if we're gonna do the first half.
Yeah, I think we should like bang out Raw in 5 minutes, and that's the first half because we've done this.
All right.
Wow, 2 hours and take out the first 10 minutes of goofiness. Yeah, it was a long one.
That's what she said.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but if it was in her mouth, she wouldn't say it. Like, that's what it would be.
Oh wow.
Okay.
If that was the case, we wouldn't have the kid.
Good point.
On that note, gentlemen.
When you're listening to your podcast,
You're listening to it
for
life.
God, that was out of sync.
They pass you on the road with a smile and you have to look twice. And you wonder to yourself, could a woman
It was like that. It was like that social outcast promo.
Yeah.
Everybody grabbing the mic to have the last word. Shit's horrible.
It's like when you have that one white friend. That's what that was.
It's like Monday Night Raw in a random arena, in a random like rural state arena.
Hey, I like halftime hate. I don't know what your problem is.
No, it's like that Monday Night Raw that all the guys at NWO got injured and Shawn Michaels was left there with the mic trying to cover it up.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
When Kevin Nash got injured, I think Show got injured that match, and then Shawn Michaels is cutting a promo like, "You'll end up like all the rest," and I'm like, everybody else is on your team's hurt. What are you doing?
But that got us the Shawn Michaels comeback feud, so.
That is true.
That's true.
You know? Well, this was fun. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yes, definitely.